gotta play it.
It's the speaker knockers.
Is that Elizabeth Drumbus on the car?
Oh wow, yeah, no, that's I mean,
At Boonch Montana, give our girl
follow us.
give our girl the recognition she needs.
Let's give a shout out to Boonch Montana real quick. I did notice that video only has 223 views.
Yeah,
It's
I
just an
know.
absolute crime.
I know, dude. What
I
if
think-
we make her career?
Oh, dude, somebody has to. I think at least 16 of them are me.
16. Ugh, Boonch Montana. What if they like?
Good stuff.
What if we engage in the smallest lawsuit over the word Boonch?
Yeah, no, we're taking it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Boonch versus Boonch.
Boonch Boys versus Boonch Montana
Exactly.
versus
We're
the
gonna
state
change-
of Boonch Montana.
We're gonna change the nature of copyright law. With Boonch v. Boonch.
This is-
They're gonna be studying that in AP Gov.
All right, now for the next essential court case that happened in the
Yeah.
mid 2020s. Boonch. Ugh.
That's our like our long-term prank just to get Laura McBride to say Boonch.
Yeah. As
That's
soon
what
as
it's all
she
been
says Boonch, we're
Yeah.
done.
We're done. Yeah.
Even though we're
End
the
of the
most
podcast.
popular podcast and
Absolutely.
Twitch streaming.
That
We're
would
like-
be amazing if we I mean, talk about the publicity at that point. Getting to the Supreme Court. Everyone would know about this podcast.
Well,
And also Boonch Montana.
that's true.
Yeah.
They would know about Boonch if they hadn't already. But I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know. You follow the news more closely than I do, so I don't really know any cases that
Yeah,
go to
well,
the Supreme Court.
Let's say we would really,
There would be a media campaign. We
right,
would
right. I mean, yeah, it would be contentious. Let's
Yeah.
not lie here.
It would be a matter of public debate.
Right.
Would not
But
be
no,
a
we would
private
really-
legal matter.
Right. We would corner the market on people that want what we give in this podcast and are interested in the goings on of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, a Venn diagram.
Yeah. Right in the middle.
People who
of
want the
Boonch Bowl.
copyright of Boonch and people who are interested in the Supreme Court. We've
Uh,
cornered that Venn diagram middle.
That's good.
Ugh.
Good.
Well, what is up? What is up?
Come on.
Episode
Come
2.
on.
They
Episode
said we
2.
wouldn't be back.
You thought we were done with the pilot? Shut your mouth.
We got funding from no one, but we're still here. Do you notice
yes,
anything about
indeed.
my setup?
Your setup. I noticed that microphone. Was that not there last time? Or
This
is that-
microphone?
That microphone.
Yeah,
I
this was
not
here.
paying
It was
attention. That there?
it
Alright,
was more
well.
like, but it was a lot less conspicuous.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, it was that full 4 inches lower.
Yeah.
No, I don't notice anything else about your setup.
2 things.
2 things. Oh God, I'm unobservant. Oh, yes.
We've got piano,
We have
and
got it.
also
Oh,
I'm
nice.
sitting down, and I wanted to show you this because I thought you would find this funny. This chair is like has really bad like back support. Either you have to lean all the way back, or you need to like sit up like this, and you won't do that. So I've added a
Yeah.
little back support,
Oh, nice.
which is my Siddur
Yeah, yeah.
that I got from Bethel Hebrew. Sorry to
That
the
is awesome.
Bethel, but like
you know?
It's the best. It's so good.
God will support you in whatever way you need.
God will
Whether
support
it's
your lumbar.
spiritual- or lumbar support.
So those are now
That's good
the
stuff.
whole desk is it was standing last week.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was gonna say. You look at like you're at the same level,
it does.
almost.
Okay. Well, the camera's
guess.
on the same place on the computer,
Ah,
so the computer went down along with my legs.
interesting.
But yeah, this week was a fun experiment in standing desk because I have a situation where it's not one of those things you can rise and then lower. So it's like you either commit or you don't commit.
Right.
And
Going all in.
and so I thought it would be good for me. I thought it would be fine and easy, but it is so hard.
Oh,
It like hurts your feet
Oh,
bad after a
no.
while.
wow.
Especially since if you have no middle ground and you have a 3-hour class, what are you gonna do, you know?
Right.
And so so at the beginning of the week I was like, this is okay, we're doing all right, and then my feet weren't feeling good.
yeah.
And what I noticed was this is sort of similar to the fingernail question that we had last
interesting.
week. Why haven't we developed an ability to stand for long periods of time? You know, like we're able to. Movement is a little bit better, but standing itself, like people would rather be walking or like slightly jogging than standing in place. Like standing in place seems to be.
Oh yeah.
It hurts a lot more.
And when you're tired of standing in place, you do start like moving around at that point.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shuffling in place.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Interesting.
like, so why haven't humans been able to? Because it's like I read this book called Born to Run over the summer.
The album by Bruce Springsteen
Yeah,
is a book that you read.
The album was inspired by his own book,
Right.
and the book was just the lyrics to the song and the chord changes. But it's about this Mexican tribe called the Tarahumara, that they like run ultra marathons constantly. Like they have like very low, very minimal footwear. Like they make their sandals out of tires, and they're able to do it just fine. And but what they said in the book was that if they're not running, they're sitting or lying down. So it's like the in between is not standing.
Right.
It's like lying down and resting your legs. So it's like, why haven't.
Interesting.
So it's like either we have to be moving very fast or literally none at all.
Or no movement. Do they walk around like their house, or do they run everywhere?
They walk sometimes like short distances, but if you're going from village to village in the Copper Canyons, those are like 20 miles or something like that. And so they're gonna run. It's like, what are we gonna do, walk? So I thought that was interesting because apparently there's also a condition you can develop where like just like liquid develops at the bottom of your legs, and it's like bad for circulation. So we stopped. We here at David headquarters stopped.
Yeah. You were anti-liquid in your foot.
Controversial opinion.
Yeah, not to be controversial. But no, that's interesting, but I feel like if in order to there hasn't been an impetus to stand more. In fact, over time, humans have designed things so they could stand less and do less work. And so I think if there was a generation that really sort of committed to it, it was like, all right, we're going to be the generation that changes standing for everyone. If like everyone in the world started standing a lot more right now and taught their kids to stand a lot more, I would imagine we would get a lot more standing endurance. No, but like if everyone just destroyed their chairs and was just like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
yeah.
we would adapt. Like
Right. Yeah, we would adapt, but everybody's been doing the opposite, which is making things so that we don't have to
that's
stand.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Um yeah, I don't know. It's I
We're
mean
getting into the
that's
real stuff here.
yeah,
Yeah.
hard hitting topics here
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Boonch podcast.
Indeed.
No holds barred. But yeah, I mean that's I mean there's a gradualist approach, but then also I don't know. Like I'm not standing is obviously it's obviously better than sitting, but if you sit in the right way, it's not necessarily bad. Like the problem is just like your back and your spine being like
Right.
curved, and
Right.
that's what you want to avoid. And then standing forces you to do that, but a lot of chairs are more like, just like relaxing and not good. So I think it would be very possible to do to just have chairs that are well designed for just having your back straight and designing everything like desks and other things, or yeah, just to be able to force your back to be straight, because standing, I don't know, I think your body is more designed for movement than it is for
Right.
standing, and standing is more of a compromise to why sitting's bad than it is for like a substitute for physical activity, right?
Right. Right.
So
Now, follow up.
mhm.
Do you know what about those desks that are like also a treadmill? Would
Yeah,
a walking desk be better?
that's an experiment I haven't done yet.
Right.
But I mean, I would think that they would be better because
I would agree.
yeah, those would definitely be nice. I think it might be harder to work, but
Yes.
it would still be like what I want to have when I get my own apartment is to have a treadmill like by the TV. So instead of like have a seating like desk situation so that my back is straight and work feels comfortable, but then when I'm doing something like watching TV,
Yeah.
lazing around at the end of the day, instead of like sitting in a sofa going like this, eating my Stouffer's
Yeah.
fried chicken casserole,
Yeah.
I can instead walk
Yeah.
2 miles while
Yeah,
watching
while
while
watching the
extreme
old tube.
couponers. I walk 2 miles while watching myself walk 2 miles from yesterday.
Uh,
Classic.
nice.
So we have Alex Remington in the chat,
What up?
and then
What's going on?
we have one other
Hello.
viewer that might be Amelia. So it's
We cherish you both.
yeah, it doesn't stop.
Real,
yeah.
real quick before we get to the main event of today.
Oh my god.
This was the one thing I wanted to tell you about my week, which
Yeah.
was I thought of a parody of Michael Jackson's Billie Jean
I'm so ready for
called
this.
Billy's Jeans, and the lyrics of the chorus are Billy's jeans are not my jeans. They're just some jeans that Billy says are his jeans.
I don't know the lyrics to Billie Jean,
Oh, all
but
right,
I'm sure
well,
that's hilarious.
no, it's close. Hold on.
Should we look it up?
Yeah. Hold on.
We
No,
might
no.
get copyright striked, but we don't have monetization available
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. Like, does it really matter? All right. Original chorus lyrics: Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one.
Okay.
Now it's Billy's jeans are not my jeans. They're just some jeans that Billy says are his jeans.
That's so good.
That was the absolute pinnacle of my week since the last time we had this episode.
You could go even further as well. A parody
yeah.
of Billy's Jean, Billy's G.
Yeah, Billy's the letter G.
Billy's the letter G.
Billy is G.
Billy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we could make the apostrophe not possessive, but a contraction. Billy is jeans.
Billy is jeans. He's jeans. They say he's jeans and he's jeans.
He is jeans.
They say he's a lover, but he's just jeans. Well,
nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
No,
that's
yeah,
the highlight of your week.
Yeah, there's really nothing else to say.
Billy's gene.
Billy's
That says there's two different avenues that could say about your life, and since I know it's definitely one of them,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna consider the other one. Like, either your week was just uneventful and normal, and then you're just hilarious, or you're using comedy as an escape for all the bad things that are happening in your life.
Who can say? No, it was a very normal week.
Who
yeah.
can say?
That was just something that stood out. That was but no, that reminds. There was a thing where Michael Che and Colin Jost did a polygraph test.
Yeah.
And Michael Che was like, "Are you funny? Because deep down you're miserable." Anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, you know.
I have a couple of questions for this week, but I mean,
yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
But are we gonna do? How should we organize this? What do you want to do first?
I say ramp up to the main event with a few questions at your discretion.
Okay. So do you have questions? Because
I have no questions. I
you took last week.
Exactly. Yeah, my entire contribution was Billy's jeans.
Okay. So I'll start off with a couple of YouTube videos.
Oh, nice.
And I kind of just want your opinions on
right.
on this type of entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a moral imperative to stop this sort of stuff?
Okay.
Okay, not Boonch, Montana, because
no. We have a moral imperative to keep that shit going.
Okay, let's do this one first. This is called Going Through the Same Drive-Thru 1,000 times.
We are about to go through this drive-thru 1,000 times in a row. And if we don't complete the laps before the end of the day, we have to work at the restaurant.
Okay. So
wait a second.
To help save time,
hold on. Wait. I have a few questions.
Yes.
Number one, so did they who says they have to work at the, does the restaurant know that they have to work at the restaurant?
They make, so let's get a little background. Mr. Beast 46.1 million subscribers.
Good lord.
So what Boonch Montana and us will be in about half a year.
Exactly. Yeah, project.
This video has 77 million views.
Good.
That has
lord.
to be. I heard that you, especially if it's children friendly, you can get like $5 per 1,000 views. So let's do the calculations on that.
Let's get it going.
Hey Siri, what's 77 million divided by 1,000? $77,000. All right, Siri.
Sure.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Okay.
Just make this half the podcast.
Siri,
listen.
You don't get it. Are you funny because you're miserable? No, because I hate Siri.
Yeah.
$385,000. Okay.
Wow.
So that's just like a projected what the ad revenue.
Now, gotta remember, some of it obviously has to go to the gas for that day, for driving all day.
Which is probably like what, one fuel up, maybe $40.
I don't know. I mean, if they're just constantly driving the whole day, obviously, if they're more, they're not driving on the highway. They're not burning up some crazy amount of fuel. But I don't really know how cars work anyways. So
let's be generous. Let's say it's $200. All right,
good.
Like okay, so 385,000 minus $200.
Right.
Is still a lot of money.
That's a good bit of money. Yeah.
Let's watch a little bit more. See if this is quality content. Ad.
Okay.
Ad. Oh,
Like
McDonald's.
Are we gonna get like copyrighted on this?
No, they
I
don't.
feel like we should get paid if we're showing other people's
so me and the boys
ads.
are just gonna recoup a little bit. We've been up for
That's
8
true.
hours already. We're
270.
exhausted, but don't worry, guys. We're gonna get this done. Because if we don't complete all 1,000, we have to work at Hardee's tonight.
don't want to do that.
I don't either, because I'm literally already dead. Look at Chandler. Thank you.
I really don't know, actually, to be honest. Time I just gave them the card, and every time we go through, they're just charging that one credit card. So that's why we're not having to swipe it every time.
Oh, smart.
So it looks like they have two different people, two different cars.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this type of entertainment?
Do we and the question, do we have a moral imperative to
To
stop
stop it,
this?
yeah, to stop this, because this type of entertainment, it rakes so many views.
Yeah.
Has to be international. A lot of
Sure.
this has to be international.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to be kids, and it's, I don't know. Is there any better place that our money could be going than?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of better places most everyone's money could be going.
That's true.
I don't
So
know.
then, yeah, is the question: is there anything particularly egregious about this in your eyes?
I don't think there is anything egregious about what they're doing. I think my problem is with how many views they get. I think my issue would be, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna take, I think I probably sort of a libertarian approach to this, meaning like the platform YouTube is available, and this is apparently something that 77 million people want, and so they have every right to make money off of that. I think if I were a parent, however, I would try and at least, you know, at a when my child is the younger at the younger ages, I would try and limit I don't know, limit YouTube use to something more entertaining, or at least or I would say at most productive.
Yeah.
But again, that's also a matter of opinion. Maybe people find this obviously people find it entertaining, but I don't know. I don't have a huge issue with it. I don't want to watch it myself, you know, like
Yeah.
not yeah. But it's I don't think it needs to be like banned.
Okay. All right.
That's my
Alex
feeling on it.
from the chat
Oh
said-
shit, we got contributors.
said his net worth is 18 million.
Wow.
And his take is that they're redistributing the wealth from the big corporation, which I would
But
have to
I
take.
don't-
I would be against that, because it's like they're paying advertising money, but they're paying it to Google, who
Right.
owns YouTube, and YouTube is then making like a lot of people watch these ads, and then Mr. Beast is getting a ton of money, and even though he does donate a lot of money to charity,
Oh, that's nice.
it's still I don't know. It's still like the money is just going between Google, big advertisers, and then Mr. Beast, and then it seems like, because you look at this and you're like, oh, come on, I have to watch this. Like, what what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like look at this. I made a giant 30-pound burger. Why? 38 million views. It's like,
Good God.
it's I mean, this is the first time in history anybody would ever think about ever doing that. Like, could you imagine somebody in the 1800s like,
I'm gonna take my cattle.
like, yeah, I'm gonna walk
Through-
around the town square 3,000 times.
Yeah.
You would be deemed
Ostracized. From the,
you would immediately get leprosy.
if you were a woman, God, the blowback
Oh my
there
god.
would be
If you were a
it would talk
woman or
about
any
hormones.
minority, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. But again, I don't have any, I think, personal objection to this. I just no, I really don't have a problem with this, and I'd like to think that I would have a higher standard of YouTube viewing choices, but I definitely wouldn't. This is like you said, this is obviously something I would click on and be like,
Yeah.
or if I didn't even click on it, I would at least be amused by the title.
Yeah. And so this is sort of the something similar that I find with like fast food corporations and like other things that in the modern age there seems to be a lot of preying on like animalistic interest, right? Like for some reason we're like going through the same drive-through 1,000 times. Like that there has to be something about that, but then there's nothing about it. And it's
Right.
like fast food is like they make all this money off of you because you have this want for sugar and grease, and it's like they prey on that sort of. It's like the Netflix binging and social media
Right,
thing that we were talking about last
right.
week. It's like it's preying on the more primitive side of your brain to click on it, and then
Right.
they take money, and so it's like is I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is more egregious than other like sorts of content, like especially stuff that preys on like that is actually targeted towards kids. Like I'm sure there are a bunch of people in this viewership that's adults, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then also they're wasting so much food. Like, what are
That
they gonna
is
do
the
with all
thing.
this
What are they
food?
doing with this food? Yeah.
And they're like ordering. It looks like they're ordering actual stuff. It's not like they're getting a water or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
It's like,
right.
look, they have full sandwiches. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do with the sandwiches? Let's. This is me when I realize that they have a bunch of sandwiches to donate. This is me when I see another video that I have to click on.
I think it's
See, that alone is like, I feel like that should be what people watch.
Yeah.
Just like a nice 3-second video of that noise, no context, 77 million views.
The same drive through 1,000, but you only see 3 seconds halfway
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. No, we promise we did it, but here's this guy groaning.
And it's not even Mr. Beast. This is
Right.
just one of his henchmen.
But I would say they are clearly giving that particular Hardee's franchise a solid chunk of revenue for the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
For sure. Yeah, I think one of the top comments is like, oh.
let's walk around the world 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the top comment was like the most business Hardy has ever had. Ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one question I had. What's your opinion on this? And my next question is very similar, but it's a different type of thing.
Okay.
Fast food challenges.
Oh my god.
Not fast food challenges, eating challenges.
Oh, it's eating.
Yeah, like trying
Oh,
to
man.
eat quickly. Speed
Oof.
challenges. 1,000 plus pepperoni on one slice of pizza challenge. Let's watch some of this.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. 5 minutes.
This isn't that bad. See, I think I don't like pepperoni on a good pizza. It's not that I dislike pepperoni. This isn't that bad.
Okay, that's enough. So thoughts?
As YouTube comment or content, or as just a general activity?
Let's talk about both. Let's
All
talk
right.
about both. Is it similar to the last thing? I mean, it's still 12 million views. It's still pretty popular. Not as
Yeah.
popular as Mr. B,
No.
That's still gotta be.
It's still probably more people than I've met.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
yeah, easy.
Which is enough for me to say they're quite popular. Not to say that I'm trying
Give
to
it up.
compare it to, yeah, that was out
Henry
of context.
Drumbus, I know.
Yeah, exactly. If you know more people than I do, you're popular. um, but I think, yeah, I would say that's similar to the other one. It's a very, it seems so extreme and so like, I don't know, just unnecessary, yet you would still be like, oh my god, is he actually going to eat 1,000 pepperonis?
It doesn't even look like that much, honestly.
Yeah, like I feel like, oh, that is a lot.
That's more.
That's more. Oh my.
You ready?
Okay.
Flip it around.
Ready?
I'm right-handed on the
Oh,
crust.
okay, it's kind of thin. I mean, that's just a giant slice of.
This is pretty.
Yeah.
This is surprisingly sturdy. Look at that. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so as YouTube content, yeah, I would agree. It's not that egregious. I mean, it
No.
still preys on the same sort of instinct, but
Right.
it's again, there's more egregious content out there, and this, I don't know. I feel
This
like
didn't
this
even have ads though, right? 'Cause this is under 10 minutes.
this
There are no-
definitely, yeah, this I'm sure this has ads, and then also he has like a full like sponsorship in between.
Oh yeah, he really does. Okay.
Simply Safe.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this isn't that bad, but and I would also consider this more entertaining than going through the same drive-through 1,000 times
I
for
would
some
agree.
weird reason, because it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I think it's the music in the background. I think
Yeah.
they make it.
Ba-dum,
I think they
ba-dum.
really, yeah, really amp
All
up
right, here
the
we go,
tension.
guys. We've successfully stacked the 1,000 slices. Now we're gonna successfully eat the 1,000 slices. All right, give me a countdown. Ready as ever.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ba-dum,
Yeah.
ba-dum.
Yeah.
It's
That's like
just a
the,
guy with his wife in his kitchen eating way too many pepperonis.
It's
They're
like,
Marvel.
it's like the end of Law and Order, but so much more intense.
Yeah.
Da-da.
Like it's like the middle of the Batman movie when he's about to die.
Yes.
Ba-dum, ba-dum. But it's it's the same movie, but it's about his arteries.
Yeah. As just a general activity,
Not
I
general activity. Activity is fine. Whatever you do on your own time, that's fine. What
Right,
about as a
right.
profession?
as a profession,
Because
well,
he's a
again, I think that's
professional
the same
speed
thing.
eater.
Yeah, I feel like that's sort of the that whatever those guys with like the hot dogs and they're
Yeah.
crazy. Like I do not enjoy watching them. It's like I don't that's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's on the same I don't know. I think that's comparable to many other professions where you're doing something that people want to see,
Yeah.
then
That's-
you're doing it. Oh, he upset Joey Chestnut.
Is this America?
Yeah. Oh, it's on ESPN. Wow. Wow.
So, yeah, there's that question. Can it be considered a sport? Would you consider this
I
a
mean,
sport?
I don't. um. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like
It's
often
timed. It's a physical activity. There's a
It's physical
competitive
activity.
aspect.
Yeah, there's a competitive aspect. There is it's like you said, it's timed. There are like there's a clear winner. It's not anybody judging whether or not you ate it.
Yeah, there's no subtle judgment on
right. There's
Did
not
you
a
eat this the
9.2
right way?
right. And it's also I would imagine takes some training and endurance. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, again, that's one of those things where I'm never gonna do it or
Watch
really
it.
probably see it live.
Unless
But
you're like already at the fair that you were dragged to and you were like, oh, look.
I guess
Yeah.
yeah. I had an ethnomusicology AI who did his entire doctoral thesis on speed eating contests at county fairs.
What?
Yep.
Wait, what department was he in?
Ethnomusicology.
Wait.
No, he was probably more like on the ethnography side in general. I don't think it was specifically music with him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
studying the sounds that they make.
Yeah, he's studying the music in the background of that pepperoni.
Yeah, and how that combines with the aesthetic of the sound this guy is definitely making.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which is
But yeah, no, I have no problem with this. I don't think I have any serious problem with any of these videos so far. I think if it's something that people want to watch, then it's something that people want to watch. And if they charge money for it and people are willing to pay money, then more power to them.
free market.
Exactly.
What is it? The marketplace of
The
ideas.
idea.
How much do you think this guy contributes to the marketplace
To
of
the
ideas?
marketplace of ideas. The marketplace of face paint.
Yeah. I think his name was. Hold on, let's go back.
It has the twin benefit of dunking and wetting the bun while he's chewing down the food. Eater X last year.
Eater X, that's him.
Peter X.
No, Eater X.
Oh, Eater X.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Peter
I thought it was
X.
Peter X.
Peter Eater. Okay.
All right.
Well, those were my main questions.
Yeah, no, I have no. Now, what did you have the same reaction, or what was your opinion of this as a profession and or sport?
I don't know. It's like it's very similar to my opinions on fast food, where it's like, and ice cream, where it's like, yeah, I love it. Like, like
Right.
it is fun to watch a little bit, but it's also like, could I be a better person if this wasn't so readily available? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like excellence is not the thing that is usually the most. Like, it rarely would I be like, I've watched enough. I've watched 6 to 7 documentaries this week. I watched the new release last week by the new art house director. Let's watch
Right.
one Matt Stoney video. It's like,
Right.
it's like, oh man, 3
Gotta
pounds
balance
of
it out
ice cream.
somehow.
Like, click.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The algorithm in YouTube is just like,
Mm.
they get you. They get you. Look at this. Largest plate of Thanksgiving food ever. Like, come on, look at that.
Yeah, they know what you want.
They
Try to
give
eat
the people.
in 1 second.
Wait, what? Which one? Oh,
Try to eat in 1 second.
that's so stupid. So yeah, I don't know. It's. Alex asked, "What about like regular sports then?"
Ooh.
Yeah, like.
Thanks, Alex, for that
Yeah, insight.
provocative question.
Yeah, I mean it's. I don't know. It's I feel like speed eating in sports provides something more than the Mr. Beast video. Regular sports offers more than like eating foods videos. Like, the speed eating videos seem to prey not only on the fact that it's just ridiculous, but also that it's food, right?
Mm.
Like, I think that's why a lot of people
Right.
watch. It's like, oh man, I wish I could eat 36
36.
hot dogs.
Yeah.
And so it preys on that food aspect of your brain. But sports, I don't know. I guess that could activate the more competitive part of your brain. But I mean, sports can be very elegant and cool to watch, and it's like a fun. Like, sports have been a part of our, a part of a lot of cultures. Like a lot
Yeah.
of like the Tarahumara tribe that I was talking about at the beginning. They play a sport where they just kick. They have this one ball, and there's like 2 teams. They each have a ball, and what they try to do is, there's like a village 200 miles away down this path, and so they just have to kick this tiny ball. They like flick it with their toes. They like grab it with their toes and flick it as far as possible, and they like run, and so the sport is just like trying to get the ball from here to there first. And it's like that's
awesome.
it's crazy, but that's like also that seems to be a part of our nature, like physical activity, fun competition, like. And I guess this has some of the same ethos, but it's also preying on, which might contribute to unhealthy both watching and eating habits. So, yeah. But I mean, the NFL is sponsored by Buffalo Wild. No, I don't know. Yeah.
But no, I mean that was what I was thinking. Like, yeah, there are a lot. Like, do you think football as a not as a like a sport? I feel like most sports in and of themselves are like you said, like human nature and perfectly benign and a good use of time. But do you think watching football and the way that football is advertised is because it's 11 guys on the other side like running into each other, is that closer to the I don't know, appealing to one's animalistic side and wanting to see like giant men hit each other, like wrestling the same?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if there are actual studies that sort of link higher sports watching to more violent tendencies. I would find that.
I would hope. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would also be surprised. And so, like, I think it's more just the fact that it's a fun game, and there's I think competition can get out of hand, but even if competition like was, I don't know, brought back to where it's like healthy and it's like not based on tribalism, where it's more like, look, I support this team because I live here, or you support that team because you live there. It's like, it's fine, we're playing a fun game. Like, I think it would still have a similar amount of engagement, and it would I think the bad parts of sports in that sense are the more wanting to prey on that tribalism to like buy merch, like buy sports jerseys, and I mean, going to the game is always fun, but there's also like, if there was no like different sections, everybody was sitting together wearing like there wasn't that much. I don't know. I think I think it's much more. It's not just about the sports themselves, really. In like my opinion, I don't care too much about the sport. It's like more everything surrounding it, like the advertising and all that stuff. So
I'm good with that.
Well, yeah, we're at 45 minutes, and I have to go at like 6:25, and this next part
6:15. So
okay, so we gotta get into it.
We gotta get right into it.
Listen, you guys aren't even ready. Bread types.
There we go.
So
nice.
This one has a lot of different breads. I didn't make this one, but we can talk about the ones that
this is good.
So, bread tier list. You guys know what it is. Okay, so
let's get into it.
So I was talking with I was telling Amelia my different like the ideas that we had for bread so far, and I said 2 different types of bagels, and she was like, you can't just do bagels. You have to, like, bagels is its own thing, right? Like there's a bunch of different flavors within bagel, but then bagel is right here. So it's like we can choose to disregard some of these. Yeah,
I'd be good with that.
So do you want to disregard bagels, or should we pick one type of bagel and then just use that
as like a representative for bagel?
Like, what would you consider a representative bagel?
Like a sesame seed. I feel like that's a good in between there. It's not an everything, but not a plain.
Yeah, everything can be great for some people, but it is a lot. And if you love it, you love it. But if you don't, you like So I think
This is
sesame is a
everything.
good middle of the road bagel. So let's just do that first. Get it off our chest.
Yeah.
So okay, so we have 6 tiers. S, A, B, C, D, F. S is like the top. It means it's like super.
That's what it is. That's
and
weird.
then
All right.
F is
Yeah, from there.
yeah. I mean, it's
I'm
pretty
familiar
self
with the letters. Yeah.
with letters. Oh man, I'm really interested to get into yeast bread. Okay, so
I'm gonna have to learn more.
sesame bagel. What are you thinking?
Ooh. All right. This is tough. I feel like the first one of a tier list is always tough because you don't have any.
We can
relative-
always readjust. Where this isn't.
That's true. This is not final.
Yeah. The final word on bread types.
From the Boonch podcast.
Boonch Boys' final word on bread types.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, America. Watch.
Right,
Yeah.
I would put sesame bagel at a. I'm gonna start it at a C, but saying it definitely could get up to a B.
I want to say B as well. I think
Let's go
sesame
B, then.
bagels are great. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll go with B.
All right.
All right.
Cool. We've got a
Number
good
one.
middle of the pack. You can pick. You
Exactly.
can pick the next one out of all of these.
Oh, we're not just gonna go in order. All right.
Well, some of these we don't know too much, and also
That's true,
it
that's
says
true.
brioche here. That's challah. We're just gonna.
Okay. Nice. Love it. Let's skip on down to pita bread because I've been having some this week.
I've also been having some.
Yeah.
My mom watched a master class by this Middle Eastern chef called Yotam Ottolenghi,
Yes.
and she made a homemade hummus and a bunch of stuff. So
Whoa.
I'm on the pita train right now.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, in that case, I would put pita bread. I would keep it still on B.
I would also keep pita bread on B.
All
That's a solid one.
I think that's a pretty clear
Okay.
answer there. All right. To you?
Yeah, to me. Let's start going in what I would consider the opposite direction.
Wait, are there two different butter breads?
Oh yeah. We'll just not consider that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't even know what butter bread is.
Okay, flour tortilla.
Mm.
Sorry, I just put it at C, but that's in contention for tortilla.
Okay. What do they have corn tortilla to compare?
No, I don't think they do.
Just flour tortilla.
Yeah, just flour.
I mean, I like a flour tortilla, but I'm gonna defer to you, as you are brown. That
It is my culture after all.
exactly.
Yeah, I would say it's a C. It's really uninventive. And the thing is,
Yeah.
bread is good. Like
Right.
and
You
when
could do more.
yeah, you can definitely do more. Like looking at some of the things on this list, I might even put it at a D. It's just like really
All right.
it's a difficult thing because it's so uninventive, but it's
Yeah.
also so it makes my favorite snack tortilla
Right.
chips. It's so
Exactly.
it's able to be used in a bunch of different contexts.
I had a quesadilla today.
Yeah, like I
So,
mean, I mean, it's there, but it's also there for when you need.
Right.
It, you know.
It's passing, but it's not special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you choose.
All right. I'm gonna go with Alex's question of naan. Naan is on here.
Yeah.
And I would absolutely agree with.
I
him
would.
that is
Yeah,
right
for sure.
Up there
That's
with
like
S.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
easy. That's so
Easy.
dumb. Like have you
Absolutely
like
easy.
garlic naan and like
Oh,
with
shut
some
your mouth.
oregano?
Oh
God.
Oh God.
That's
yes.
that's like so dumb. Like why
Yeah.
why are we even talking about
Why
it
is
still?
why is this even on the list?
Yeah. It ruins every other type.
Exactly. All right.
So my turn.
It is.
Ooh,
Mm.
man, these all look really good.
I know. I could go for some bread.
I could go
right
for
now.
I could go for some bread for sure. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
it on the train of things that I don't like that much. Pretzel bread.
Oh. Pretzel bread.
Pretzel bread.
What is your you said you don't like it very much. What's your initial ranking?
It just looks like my initial ranking would be probably a D. just because it's, I don't know, it's like be pretzel or be bread. It's because
no,
pretzels
I'm good with that.
pretzels themselves are so good. Like an
Sure,
Auntie
yeah.
Anne's pretzel.
Oh,
This
yeah.
like this picture, they just look hard. They already look stale.
That's true. That's true. They look like you could just like hit them against a counter
Yeah.
and it would be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I'm good with D on pretzel bread. But yeah, I
Okay.
do agree that like a nice normal pretzel in the shape of a pretzel
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
is, it's a good time.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't just put that on there.
Yeah.
They went full on pretzel bread.
Pretzel bread, yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm trying to find one that I would consider F because I feel like we do need a baseline.
We do
there.
need a baseline.
Yeah. I think of all of these right here, I think I would go with biscuit. I think that's going to be controversial, but I would say biscuit is
Whoa.
probably my lowest. I know.
Wow.
I know I'm
that
offending
is
a lot of
controversial.
people.
Oh my god, we're gonna get
I'm-
canceled.
Frequently unimpressed by biscuit. Yeah, it wasn't me calling you brown. It was my views on biscuits that's going to get us canceled.
Episode 2, they say we wouldn't be back, and this time they might be
This time
right.
we're trying not to be back.
Alex said biscuit S tier.
Whoa.
Yeah,
all right.
unfortunately,
We're getting controversial here.
Unfortunately, I'm sort of in the C to D area as well, just
All right.
because biscuits are, I think they're really buttery to a fault. Like they're, I don't know, like if you have a bad biscuit, that's definitely, it's not a fun experience. But if you have a good biscuit,
That's true.
it can still be too much. Like it's either it's way too little or it's way too much. That's been
Yeah.
my experience.
I can see that. I feel like many a time I've had a dry biscuit, which perhaps has soured me to the biscuit experience.
Mhm.
But I'd be fine with putting it C or D. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Sorry to Alex.
Let's
for
just go D.
controversial biscuit.
Let's just go
opinions.
D. I think
All
I
right.
think the thing with this is like we should consider this this list not so much like objective rankings, but if we had these laid out, which would we go first, second, third? So
very,
like
very good. Very
so
good. I
like
that.
of these, which the F tier would be the ones that you would go for last.
Right. Right.
So
I don't know what the hell yeast bread is, so maybe that's down there.
yeah, let's just put yeast bread as an at an F.
Yeah.
'Cause we're
Suck
not-
it, yeast bread.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
more popular.
Exactly. Doesn't
Okay.
all bread except for like matzah have yeast? All right, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, it's called not matzah.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Let's see. Let's go. Boof. Oh. Let's
I'm
go
looking-
brioche.
Okay.
Let's go challah.
but We're talking about challah.
Yeah, we're talking about challah.
Oh,
Regular
I would-
challah.
I can't. It's one of the top two for me.
Yeah,
I can't,
it's definitely
I
an
don't know.
A for me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Then let's go A.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
those are. I mean, unfortunately, they have egg in it, so I haven't been able to have
Oh, yeah.
some for a while. But it's like
No.
if
mean,
I
it's
had to
good.
choose, yeah, it's
Yeah.
challah's up there.
Yeah. No, that's true. All right. Now, see, here's the thing. I'm looking at the first of the two, the one on the left of the two butter breads, and that looks to me like pumpkin bread.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it might have been mislabeled. So, do we want to consider that pumpkin?
let's
bread?
consider it pumpkin bread.
All right. For that, I would go with a solid B on pumpkin bread. I'm a fan of pumpkin
You've
bread.
had pumpkin bread? I've never
I've
had
had-
pumpkin bread, so I'll defer to
Oh.
you.
I've had my mom makes a mean pumpkin bread. Although I will say with
you
it's
try to
often-
eat it, it's like you're fat. You're dumb.
exactly. You suck. Yeah, but I would say B. It's not my favorite of the sweeter breads, but
So it's considered sweet.
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so it's
Especially-
kind of like banana bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Similar.
I think if I knew that it was sweet and it was pumpkin flavored, I would consider pumpkin bread to be more of my choice than banana bread. So I'll defer
Interesting.
to a B. Yeah, that might be
Okay.
controversial, but banana bread's
Yeah.
not on here. So can't cancel
No, it's right
us.
there. Right
Oh,
next
it
to
is?
cornbread. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, then let's just do that then.
Yeah.
Right next to cornbread. Oh, banana bread.
Banana
All right.
bread,
So
yeah.
what do you think?
See, I would have put it at least at a B as well. I would go for the banana bread before I would go for the pumpkin bread. But we have a
Oh.
disagreement here.
Yeah, because I'm like D. I don't know
Oh.
what it is about banana
Ooh.
bread.
Not a fan of the banana
It might
bread.
just be that I like bananas so much that it's like I
Mm.
don't know. I view it as like a lessening of the
See,
banana bread.
that's very interesting. I am much less fond of the bananas, but I love a banana bread. Drop a little something in the chat if you're
Yeah.
thinking that there is a negative correlation between
Bananas.
the banana bread and banana as far as eatership.
Yeah. Side with either me or Henry, and we
Exactly.
will split up if there's
Well,
an actual.
yeah, exactly. This might be the actual end of the Boonch Boys.
How Boonch Boys? How banana bread caused the end of the Boonch Empire. Okay,
Exactly.
so if I'm at D and you're at B, is a C sort
I'm
of
good with a C. I'm good
Okay.
with a compromise there.
because
Yeah. All right.
if we definitely got some good ones still in here.
Oh yeah. Oh certainly. Quick zucchini bread antidote. Or
Yeah.
not antidote, anecdote. There we go.
Antidote.
Yeah.
The
If you've been
antidote.
poisoned by zucchini bread, we got you.
Quick antidote.
I was very anti zucchini back in the day.
Yeah.
I've grown out of that phase, but when I was younger, I was I did not like zucchini at all. And my dad was like, "No, listen, zucchini bread is great." And I'm like, "No, anything with zucchini is going to be awful, Dad. You don't understand."
Yeah.
And so then one morning, I wake up and my dad is making this bread. And I, being stupid, didn't realize that we had talked about zucchini bread last night. And I was like, "Oh my God, my dad's the best," because it was like chocolate and stuff. And I was like, "My dad's making me chocolate bread for breakfast. I'm so lucky." And then I was like halfway through eating it, and he's like, "Do you like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, you should make chocolate bread all the time." And he was like, "It's zucchini bread, you dumb bitch." And yep.
That's interesting. I literally have zero experience with zucchini bread as well.
I think that was honestly my only experience with it, and that was chocolate. So I put it at like a C or a D.
Okay.
By itself, I have no strong feelings.
Yeah,
for
I just yeah, I mean, I don't like zucchini that much as a vegetable, so I would be inclined to put it at D.
Let's do it.
All right. Hold on. We got to get another viewer in the chat.
Oh, we really do.
Amelia's coming on
Oh,
down.
nice.
All right.
Nice.
Let's do a solid A to S that I think we're both going to agree on. Garlic
Yeah.
bread.
Ooh.
Are you not a fan of garlic bread?
Oh no, believe me, I love garlic bread. I'm talking about deciding between A and S. I
Yeah.
think I would go A on that.
You would go A?
I think I would go A, but again, I think that's a depends on the kind of the quality of the garlic bread itself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's oily and nobody wants that.
Yeah, it's oily and it's like unlike in the biscuits case, I think that can make it better, but like at least personally, but then also it's like if you have the choice between a good garlic naan and like a garlic bread, I don't know,
Right.
more often than not you'll pick the naan because it's like you can't be having garlic bread every night, you know what I mean? So
That's
it's like
true. That's true.
so
And
yeah,
naan
I'm
just for some reason seems healthier.
yeah. Yeah. It's just I mean, isn't it
It probably is. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, the
I don't know
Middle
about
Middle
nutrition.
Easterns are
All of them.
they're all
Not to
thin.
generalize, but all of the Middle Easterns are healthy.
Ugh. All right.
Is it still offensive if we're complimenting them on their health?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's bring it on over to some rye bread.
Interesting.
Ooh. Ooh. I like a rye bread. I don't like it in all contexts. If I'm having some sort of standard meat cheese sandwich,
Mhm.
I mm, I like it when it sort of fits the aesthetic of the sandwich.
Hmm.
So if I'm getting some sort of
So
like
you're exclusively using this rye bread in a sandwich context.
that is true. And although I have eaten a rye pumpernickel swirl by itself often, and I would say that is a prime snack if you're looking for empty carbs. But uh, I I know I think from a sandwich perspective, rye bread with like pastrami corned beef. Like
Mm.
if you're getting like a solid New York deli style, there's nothing better than rye.
Yeah, I feel like rye bread is also a very good soup bread. Like
Interesting.
it's not just sandwich. It can also be
Yeah,
used sort of in context with like a French onion. Like if you have
yeah,
rye bread with
yeah,
a
yeah,
French
yeah.
onion,
Oh, sure.
like dip in that, it's not unbad, but I would agree in most contexts it's not like you can't just have rye bread with dinner.
Right,
So I'm
right.
inclined to put it C to B.
I would go B on it because I think
B
it gets points for versatility.
points. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what about since Amelia just joined the chat, I'm
Ah.
gonna do some contention with her.
Oh.
English muffin is like a D.
English muffin. Ooh, yeah. I'd I'd go with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah, English muffin is really not.
I'm not I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
They've let me down in the past. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's like you put butter on it in the morning with jelly. It's like you could do that with everything.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
no there's nothing
There's nothing
special
special.
about a English muffin. It's just
Absolutely.
a biscuit
Absolutely.
that decided not to grow up.
And I also really do not like it when people they'll warm an English muffin up and then put like a lot of butter on it and it just gets so wet. I have a huge problem with wet bread, but
Wet bread.
we'll move on.
Yeah.
That is going in an F for
Yeah.
me. Wet bread.
Wet bread. Is that what yeast bread is?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, we got something close to that.
No, let's discuss white bread.
Let's
'Cause
discuss it.
I was
Let's
thinking
discuss
about
it.
this earlier, and I do feel like often, people like it for its I don't know,
Simplicity.
simplicity over like a whole wheat, whole grain situation. Uh, but to be completely honest, I'm not a fan of
Me
the white
neither.
bread.
Me
Oh,
neither.
thank God.
Yeah,
All right. I
it's
thought we
like
were gonna have to split up.
no. How white bread split up the Boonch Empire.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you have to recognize that it makes if you want to have an A tier, S tier grilled cheese, you got to go white bread. You got to go white bread butter, and it's like that's the only context when I think white bread is superior in any context to the more whole wheat what's the
Yeah.
other one, whole grain
Whole
bread.
grain. Yeah.
It's like those
Yeah.
just feel healthier and they have a little bit more taste to them. White bread is
Right.
just like I can feel that I'm not
Right.
eating
It's
anything.
the texture of bread with nothing else.
Yeah, so
um,
I'd be down to put that at an F.
I'd be down as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
white
I'm
bread
glad we
F.
agree on this.
Yeah, that's
Also, just the fact that it's used as an analogy for something that's so stupidly boring,
yeah.
I think is a pretty clear.
Bland bread.
Exactly.
Wet bread.
It's really the white bread of all the breads.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
You got to go in 10 minutes. We should start.
we gotta speed this process up. All right. I think the choice is to you.
Oh, okay. Croissant.
Ooh, croissant. I mean, it's up there, but like, I don't know. I'd go A or B on that.
Yeah, I want to say A. just because they're
No, I
they're-
mean they're good.
they're
No one's
good.
denying
Yeah,
it.
they're not. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't know. It's the most of the croissants that I have are like store bought, and I can tell that they're not good. But once you have a good croissant, it's like
Interesting.
so that's why I'm kind of inclined to put it at a B, because it's
Yeah.
like yeah, let's just put it at B, because
We don't have to.
no. I mean, in Pinnacle, we're not judging this based on Pinnacle.
That's true. That's true.
We're judging it based on what's likely to be on a spread.
Right.
You had all
right.
these.
Exactly. If this was at the post services kiddish, where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring it on over to a cinnamon raisin bread.
Yeah.
Mm. Now, see, here's my only thing. I think most of my experience with cinnamon raisin bread is in the form of a bagel.
Interesting. I was gonna say it's challah.
Well, another prime example, but I would say in all forms, it's awesome. I
Really?
would I like it. I would put
Interesting.
it at an A.
Wow.
I'm-
I'm primed to put it at a C.
Whoa. All right.
I'm
controversy.
not too big of a fan of raisins in general, especially in bread form. So,
Mm,
would you be willing to compromise on a B? We got to make sure the B doesn't fill up too much.
exactly. Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
All right.
But
sure.
this is we have a good spread so far. The
That's
S
true,
tier
that's true.
the S tier is pinnacle.
really quite special.
Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, I'm good with B.
All right. So my
Now-
turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sourdough bread.
Mm. Yeah, I'd put it up there at an A. Again.
I would put
feel
it
like
at an A.
I feel like I'm like giving it up too easy right now. But
Sourdough is delicious.
sourdough goes hard. Yeah,
Sourdough
sourdough's-
definitely is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Check on that.
Checkmate diplomacy.
Let's go with potato bread.
Potato bread.
What are
Interesting.
your thoughts?
It's good, but it's just like fancier white bread in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's similar in taste. It's similar. It just seems like it's like white bread that went to college. You know, it's like it's the same thing. You know.
Yeah, it's trying to be special. You're no different. Yeah, no, but I would say in the form of a bun for like some sort of hamburger or sandwich situation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I like it better then. I would put it probably D or C.
Yeah, I was gonna
whichever
put
you
it at
prefer.
a C, just cause,
Let's go C.
the hamburger and hot dog buns, like you gotta go potato.
You got to go potato roll.
But
on
like,
that,
have
yeah.
you ever just had potato?
No, that seems weird. Yeah.
So, yeah, is it my turn now?
Sure, I forget. Yeah. No,
It's
yeah.
really important.
Right, yeah.
So, how about cornbread? Opinion on cornbread?
Bread. Again, I think I'm gonna be controversial here. I think I'm really turning us off to like our southern white viewership, but
Yeah.
biscuits and cornbread just do not interest me. I'm not a big cornbread guy.
Yeah.
I like it, like I'll eat it if it's the only bread,
Yeah.
but because
It's-
usually I
you're
like
on-
bread.
You're on an island with just cornbread and nothing
Yeah.
else. I will eat it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go for it, but it's gonna be a lower tier for me if unless you have any objections.
I was gonna say I want to say C, just
I'm
because
good with C.
if it's good, I think it can be really good. But
Yeah.
most of the
If it's
times it's
moist.
dry. Yeah, it's
right,
just like
right.
it's crumbly. It's like
too crumbly.
it's made by packaged things based by your aunt at Thanksgiving. It's just like come
Exactly.
on.
Exactly.
But yeah, all right,
Yeah.
your call.
All right. Let's travel on over to the nice the pumpernickel bread.
F.
Yep.
Alright.
It's just scary. That's my only problem with it. It's so dark.
Are we gonna get canceled again?
Yeah.
Racist
pumpernickel
bread. Racist bread boys. Uh-oh. Did my Wi-Fi go out?
You good?
Yeah, sorry, we froze up. You good?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, Alex is upset.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Alex is
see,
very Alex is
he likes
Alex and
he
Amelia
likes
definitely
the
hate this.
like the
Yeah.
no, yeah, but he likes the southern, the barbecue white food, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just not our style.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, next one.
That's you.
Yeah, it's me. All right. French bread.
Yeah. French bread. I mean, it's a classic.
It's a classic. I'm gonna.
What are you thinking?
S. I love French bread. I love.
All right, yeah, I'm good with that.
A French,
I do love
yeah,
a French bread.
French baguette. Like even the stuff from Safeway.
Oh,
like if
God.
you put it in the toaster
Yeah, no.
and have it with like olives or like tapenade or like a little bit of
Sure.
tomato with mozzarella. You know, it's just like it's not. It's
yeah,
there.
yeah, that's true.
It's there for when you need it.
Always satisfactory. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
VAS. Versatile, always satisfactory. All right, let's pound out these last ones because I know you got to go actually eat bread.
Let's pound things. All right, let's go to whole wheat bread.
B or A?
What are your thoughts? I'm good with B on that one if we do A on whole grain bread. I put whole grain bread above a whole wheat bread.
I agree with I agree with that. Yeah, whole wheat is a little bit more basic. Whole grain has good flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like potato bread that actually like I don't know goes on runs, has a nice development with their community, you know, like they're good people. So oatmeal bread. Have you ever had that?
Oatmeal bread. I don't really know what that is.
Boy.
Oatmeal bread.
Yeah. Would you have that? Would you have that before? Like that's an F. What even is that? Like I would I would definitely have zucchini bread and before bread.
I'd agree.
Yeah. Just because we're also unfamiliar. Yeah, it's like be more popular.
Yeah, we hate the things we don't know. Yeah.
Hatred stems from ignorance.
Exactly. Welcome to the Boonch podcast. Let's go to flatbread.
Flatbread is good.
I mean, yeah, no, it is, but I feel like it always needs to have something on it.
That's true. It's got to be like a pizza or something. So I'm down to put it on the same level as like flour tortilla, where it's like
I think that's
flatbread.
All the flat things really just need to go as a C.
Except for naan.
Oh right,
except
excuse me.
for
my bad.
Jeez.
It's
we
the
trying to
exception
get
that
canceled.
proves the rule.
Yeah. All right, butter bread.
All right. It sounds bad.
It sounds bad.
It
F?
sounds wet. Yeah.
It sounds wet. Ugh. I like how there's two butter breads, but we made one of them. But
well, that was because we said
it
was pumpkin bread.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hawaiian roll.
Hawaiian roll. I'm good with C on that.
Yeah.
I put that in the same category as potato bread.
Yeah. I don't. I feel like it's a little.
Sweet,
I would say D, just because it's like unsophisticated and unversatile potato bread. Like it's not able to be manipulated. Potato.
It's true. It's true.
All
right.
Breadsticks. I want to say C.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Because it's like
they're good.
Yeah, they're good for sure, but it's also like baguettes are so much better, and it's like breadsticks are just there to like you're like waiting for
Give
your
you more
food.
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a bread vehicle, a carb
Right.
vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, final
All
one,
right.
cinnamon bread.
It's going to be up there for me.
Mm.
I'd say A, maybe S if you feel strongly about it, but I'd go A.
Wow. I think of all the sweeter breads, we gotta have a sweeter bread up there. Challah is kind
what
of
I'm
sweet,
saying.
but I think cinnamon bread of all the ones is gonna be the best one for me.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, just because once you take out the raisins, I'm a fan. Like I'm
There you
there.
go.
I'm there for you.
Once you take out the raisins, David is a fan. Keep that in mind, everyone.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Write
we
that
did
down.
it.
All right. You're welcome.
The Boonch
the
Boys'
world.
final word on bread
The final word,
types.
yeah. This
It
is
all
the
ends
final
here.
word.
Yeah, I think this is a
Yeah.
pretty good comprehensive list.
I think so.
This is
I
like
think we
what
did
you
that
and
too.
Alex have with the
Oh,
nuts.
the nut list,
The
the
nut
hallowed nut list.
This
Yes,
this will
indeed.
hopefully this will go down in history. The hallowed bread list.
Exactly.
But
It all went from here. All right.
but yeah, we have literally no more content. It was two
we have
YouTube
no more
videos.
ideas.
We spent literally 38 minutes on this bread tier list. But that was a
Yeah,
good conversation. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that a lot.
All right, let's
Yes,
stop the
and
share.
We don't care if our viewers enjoyed it, as long as we're having fun. That's
We
really what
know
it's all about.
we know a lot of them didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
riots in the
Alex-
streets.
Alex is unsubbing twice apparently.
All right.
Oh, nice. I like the idea. Gotta find a nut tier list for next time.
Yeah, we should do that. I mean, it would change. I don't know. I think you guys have a very different opinion of nuts, and
That's true. Nuts. There's a wide.
they're controversial. They're controversial, and
controversial,
they
yeah.
can't not be. Like God was
Right,
like,
yeah,
God was like,
please.
should I introduce nuts?
Yeah, exactly. God's just a messy bitch that loves drama, so he threw in the pecan into the
Yeah,
mix.
he's just like lying around. There's just like a bunch of different nuts. He's like, fine.
yeah, take them.
All right. Well, go
all
eat
right.
dinner. This
I'm
was
gonna go
fun.
eat dinner, as always.
Yeah, we had a good time. This wasn't
We did.
bad at all.
No, yeah, no.
All
No,
right.
we
Well,
enjoyed it.
all right. Well, bye to our viewers.
Bye to our viewers.
Bye to our
Alex and Amelia.
viewers. All right. Well, we'll see you next time.
Next time.
Bye bye.